everyone. This is Sherry. Welcome back to my channel. I had a request to show how I made this stained glass window card with my marquise. I'm going to do something a little bit different with the flowers. I'm going to put lilies on, and these I made by hand. So that's the difference that I'm going to do on here instead of putting these flowers on. So I'm going to use my Pancake, my mini mount, and I cut this card at 4 1/4. It's one sheet of a regular American size card, and it would be 8 1/2 by 11. Scored it at 5 1/2, so that it makes a 10th fold. So I'll be folding the card this way, which I can fold it right now, and then that way it's taken care of. I'm gonna burnish this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this as my top, because it has a little bit of a lip to open the card up. So I'm going to flip the card over that the inside is showing. And I have a little template that judges where I'm going to be putting my window. So basically, I just try to see that I have like an even margin, no measuring. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just easy for me to do it this way. But we're going to be using Crafter's Companion stained glass window, the church window, and Marcellin, I think it is. Please forgive me if I'm butchering up the name. I'm just terrible at pronouncing. But she asked me to show how I did with the illusion film by putting two together and putting it on my pancake maker. So I cut myself an aperture to lay on the card so I know where I'm going to die cut the center, because I'm not going to do this or it will completely fall out. So I'm going to take the washi tape and secure it here first. And then I'm going to lay the die down. So now the rough side's going to be facing outside the card, which once you layer the illusion film, you're not going to see it. It will create a smooth finish inside. And I just want to make sure that I have it in here like that. Okay, so now that I have it where I want it, I'm going to take a new folder because I don't want this curving or anything on me. So I usually lay this in the folder to make sure that I am going to cut. I'm just going to go down a little bit further. You let this hang out over when you run it through the marquise because it will not hurt it or anyway. So I'm going to put it in and just run it through. Okay. So now that I have that run through, I can peel my tape off, my washi tape. And take off and pull this up real slowly. And now I have the inside of my card ready for the rest of it. And I'm going to try to knock the pieces in here. I will get my sweeper out if I have to, though, that vacuum cleaner, because it does pick up really nice the sea beads that work great with. I was able to put them back into the container. And my brush is falling apart. And anybody that does dyes knows that you got to keep these cleaned out or it does not cut properly. And I just want to make sure. The cardstock that I'm using is 300 GSM that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I like using that paper. I'm always buying the white because I color it and everything too. So what I did then is trying to scrape this off. The one piece is stubborn, don't want to come off. So then I need to cut my other piece. So same cardstock, but this time I'm going to have my frame around it. And I'm going to lay this in here. This don't matter because this will cut completely away from this cardstock. This one you don't have to have perfect. But this one I'm going to, I have to tape it down again because I don't want it to shift the inside pane for me. Okay. And what I'm going to do is flip my folder around and I'm going to cut this one. Okay. And then this will come out easy too. This is really a cute set. I really like it. See, and then you can save this as your aperture, which is what I did with my other one. So I would have it to line up from my backs of my card if your other aperture gets funny. And there's your church window. So this is the rough side. This is the rough side. You'll be putting them on top of each other and makes it smooth on both sides. I just finished cleaning this out. I'm sorry that it's going to take me a while to... It just, that brush is falling apart on me, and I'm going to have to check around to see if I can get a new brush for my, because I don't remember where I even got it. But this ain't too bad. There's not like, but it's just intricate. That's what it is. All right, so I'm going to lay this back on the paper. Now, to make the window, the stained glass, the window itself, I'm going to use the Illusion film. And the two colors that I'm using now, this time, is Opal and Coral. So I lay down the not shiny side on me. And I try to, so because I don't want to waste it. And what I'm going to do here is lay it down like that. And where are my scissors? And I'm going to cut it just a little bit wider. I'm not a good cutter, so okay. Then I'm going to take the coral and I'm going to lay that right on top, that the two doll sides are together. Okay. And the reason this works good in the pancake maker is because it's not more than 4 inches. I think once you get bigger, it will cause a problem. All right. So once you have them two together, what I did was, you still have to put it under cardstock to cut it. And you gotta lay your outer die on here to cut it, to have your shape. And I'm gonna turn that on an angle. So okay. And I'm finished with the die now, so I can stick that there. And I can pull this off. Now, I haven't been saving the pieces, but I'm thinking, I don't know yet. I might not throw them away because I might be able to use them for tinier flowers. So, I don't have this plugged in because it does get hot. I'm going to plug it in, and 2 circles of parchment paper. And as soon as I start seeing it curl up, so I take it off the cardboard, stick this in there, and see, it will fit in here good. Okay, see how that's curling and everything? So see how flat and smooth this is? It's like it has no texture or anything. Once the heat gets to it, it will start changing the texture. See how that fits in there? Now, I put this on top of here because I did not know if it would cause a problem. I leave it in there, and I open it up and check it every so often. That's what I did with the other one. I just like the way it got that crinkly look to it. I'm sure you could probably put it in a laminator too, but it might make it smooth. Now, I can see right now it's crinkling. So what I'll do is I'll just push down on here to make sure it's staying in, that it's not curling or anything for me. And I'll lift this up. See how it's getting that it's crinkling? And that's why I put the parchment paper, because this is getting hot with it. So instead of having an iron, flip this around. Oh, I bumped my finger. Ladies, be careful when using this. I went too close. And see how it's really crinkling it now. Take it over here and make sure I don't burn this hand now. Make them even. And I'm just leaving it in until I get that really crinkled look. And it didn't take long before. See? I'll unplug this because I don't really need it anymore. I am sure getting my use out of it though. Then, and see how it made it all crinkly, and it changed the color completely on it. So instead of just having the yellow look, now I got the opal and yellow. So now the hardest part of thinking is, do I want this in the opal facing up, or do I want the coral? Which I'm going to pick the coral because I want it to look like sunlight is hitting it. So what I did was I laid my card out, and I took a piece of paper underneath here so it doesn't bleed down, and took my art glue, glitter glue with the fine tip, and now this is the outside of the card. So I'm just gonna dab around here in spots. I'm not gonna be doing it all over the card because I don't want it oozing out on the outside of my project. Just keep going with little dots because I don't think anybody's going to pick this apart once they get the card, or whoever gets the recipient gets the card. Okay, so since I'm keeping the what side did I decide now? They both look pretty good. I'm going to keep this side up. I was like, which side was it now? Okay, and I'm just going to press that down. And I need my good old stamping platform to press that down better. Oops, see, I got it moved over. I spotted the glue on there. Wipe the glue off here quick. And just hold it down. Actually, I'm going to put this on top for weight. Well, that's gluing down or being pressed down. Now I'm going to glue this one because this is my outer one. And I'm going to make sure that I put it along the outer edge here. This is a really fine die to glue with. That's why I have this fine tip. And I'm just trying to keep it and back to my hand again. Because you know me, I have to glue my hand. And this takes off the extra too, but it makes sure that I have it covered good. Okay, pick this up. And that's stuck on pretty good. So I'm just gonna lay this right on top of it, like that. Put that back on again. Add the weight. Wipe my glue off here for right now. I'm probably going to be gluing. Now I need a drink. Let me put this back in my folder. This is how I've been saving them. Because you can reuse the parchment over and over. I'm done with my butter knife. And once this stays stuck, and there you go. That's how it looks. And the way I'm going to decorate this time, I'm going to use my birds and everything. This was a set I got off a Spellbinder from Vicky. I cannot pronounce her last name, but it's her bird set, and I just love this set because I use this hard. I always am making birds. So I'm going to show you how I did. It has a set of leaves too. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm definitely just going to let this sit here and keep it locked on. I used what I have to decide on with this one, I used, I can't remember. I gotta think. I think it was this one. Yeah. So what it does is it cuts out the bird. No, this is a different bird because it has a little, maybe I'll use this one. Yeah, because I can see this one has like little fluffers. Okay, I'll use this one because you have to decide which way you want your bird to go. If you want to, you know, going this way or this way. But I'm going to keep my birds going this way. And then the flowers, it's just the way I like it. And I always use my scraps. And what I'll do is I will cut this out and color it with alcohol. I use the Tri-Blends because I can easily shade them and everything. Okay, so this came out. And it cuts out, I like cutting them out on white paper because it's easier for me to color them, put detail on the way I want to do it. Maybe I should come down a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'm going to add, I'm going to put this is a silicone mat, and it will still be easy to wipe off. But I'm going to turn the bird into a bluebird again. So I'm using Icy Blue Blend. And I start off with the light. And I just go up around, go down because it's belly. And there's no rhyme or reason with the way I color because it just comes out for me for some reason. And the wing's going to cover that too. Okay. And then I'm going to take the medium and I'm going to go along the bottom here and under his neck. Maybe like in here. And a little bit because it has a detail where to put the wing. Okay, the next color I'm using is coral for the belly area. And this is the add-on piece. So I'm going to color that. And the very underneath belly, I'm adding a medium coral for shading. And that will get glued on there. Then the wing, I'm going back to the blue. And back to the lighter one. And I'm going to go to the medium one for under the wing. And then in here. And then I'm going to go to the dark for the feathers to give it more detail. And same way with the tail. I might do some on here too. Once I glue it together. Then I'm going to take my detail black marker and I'm going to go on the outer shape of the eyelid and I'm going to make his beak black. And I'm going to glue his belly on first. Right there. You can, what's really cool is you can put the wings however you want them. But to add a little shape, I bend them a little bit. And sometimes I put a little foam tape underneath the wing. Just a little piece. Snip it like that. That protrudes the wing and gives it more of a dimension on the bird. Here we go. And I will take this and put it like that. And the bird is finished. Now you're gonna laugh at how I made the nest. These are the feet. So I went and cut the feet out twice and colored them in brown because this does not come with a nest and I think it needs a nest. So I had to think outside the box again. So I'm going to cut these out. Pop them out. And I colored this batch with light brown. And all you have to do is just make sure you cover over everything. There's one set colored. Cut out another set because it only took 4 pair legs. And then I went with this set in a dark brown. And to give it a different look. Making sure I cover it all up. It don't matter if you miss a little because actually when you put them together, you need highlights anyhow. Okay. Done with that. Now you have to snip the toes on one of each because to interlock them to make them work. So this one, no. Okay, so one I don't have snipped, the other one I do have snipped. The one that I have snipped, I have to go in, wait, I have to go in through the bottom leg and go like this. So this is fussy when you start doing this. Your fingers got to be working together with you. So I usually pull it like that. That I know that I want it, the nest like that. And what I do is I cut myself a piece of double-sided tape. Not really big, just a little bit that I can stick them together as I'm working with it. And I'm going to stick that together. Then I'm going to stick this one through the other leg. I just thought they looked like little branches that like a bird nest would be made. And I'm going to flip it around that the light is on this side. And I'm going to go this way and this way. Wait a minute, or was it down this way? Yeah. Okay, this is, well, what I'm going to do is dab it with glue because it's not sticking on there. I think this is the rough part. And you would have never guessed they were the legs of the birds because it's his nest when he sits on it. I usually tuck him in there, and it looks like he's sitting on a nest. Okay, so the next thing is I just learned how to make these flowers, lilies. I cut out, I'm only going to show you to do one because these are very time consuming. So I cut out the paper 1" by 1" square. And I don't have no small daubers, so I had to think what to do to make a dauber. So I punched through one of my foam with a hole punch to make a little dauber. And these are, I'm just using the yellow. And you go and put it in the center of the square. And that's all there is of that square. So I stuck it onto a pen and my makeshift of a dauber. So what you have to do here, let me make sure we're in focus here. Okay, so you have to fold this in half. And this is regular copier paper that I'm using for this. And then you got to fold it in half again. Doesn't matter if you're perfect because flowers are not perfect. Same way with this square. It takes 2 of them to make one lily. And lilies come in many colors, but I'm keeping it white and just gonna keep it the card a little simplified there with being light colored. Okay, so where it is at the fold line here and here, it opens up at these ends. So you want to hold it down at the bottom at that point. And you're going to go up a little bit. So where my fingernail is, that's where I'm starting it. You're going to go swing it up around into there. And then I flip it around because I'm better at cutting with my right hand. You're going to start the same way, flip it up around to the point. When you open this, you will have part of your lily flower, like that. Now the same way again, I have to look. Yep, that's the opening. So I'm holding it down here. I'm starting just a little bit up from there. I'm going to swing up around, flip it over, swing up around into the point. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open them up and you're going to snip all the way into the center on the one. Then you're going to take the one petal and where the color is, depending how far you have it out, you're just going to make like a little tab. So it will look a little funny right now, but it will come together. Same way with this one. Snip it into the center and go up around to make a tab. So then you will take your glue, glue only the tab. I have a lot of glue on that. You're going to bring that up around and fold it into your tab. So you have this crease like this now. And then you'll take your other one, same thing, fold it over, and there you go. Now, I cut I don't even know, this is maybe a 1/4 inch strip, and I took golden yellow blend, went on both sides, took double adhesive tape and put it on the one side, and it's sticky on this side. So to make the inside of that stamus, because you got to keep it scaled small, I just started snipping into it, real tiny snips, and they don't have to be perfect. And honestly, this paper's probably too much, so I'm gonna cut it right here off. Keep that for later. And then I'm going to take the sticky side of the double-sided tape. I'm going to fold it up into the part of the white paper. So it's going to be more like sticky on sticky, and see, this one I need to trim a little more because I see I have a big one here. Okay. Now I usually worked it like this to curve it to break up the fibers. Okay, so then I'm going to try to pull this off both sides. I'm going to take my tweezers on the paper side, and I'm going to start to roll this. I'm going to hold it in here, roll it, because it's real fine, and roll and roll and roll, and basically I can roll it with my fingers. And there you have your stamus. Okay. Now, these two pieces, I'm going to put glue in the center of one, and I'm going to offset it like this. And I'm going to take my shaping tool, push it in the center to put it together. Right now it looks like a hot mess. And then I'm going to glue again in here to put the stamus in and let that sit like that. And there's one little lily. Okay, so these were sitting for a while. I'm just going to take my fingernails and brush them out that they are open. I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to curl it around all these pieces and give it shape. Actually, I probably could do it this way better. Yeah, with my thumb rolling over it. Whoops. And you know how lilies get. They open up and they're all different ways. I think it works better with my thumb like that. Okay, so there's one. I didn't do the rolling. I wanted to show you, you know, I didn't know how long. And these are just enough that it gives it the stamens. They're not real big, and it is like sizing. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It works. This reminds me so much of Easter. This. And this copier paper is working really good to make these flowers. It's working excellent. The stamens don't look like it's in right, but I guess it is. Okay. And you can bend these and manipulate them how you want them. These are your flowers, however you want to do them. Just don't pull real hard, because the paper will rip. I'm sure it will. Take my fingernails. Actually, it's good to have fingernails today. Normally, I don't have none. But I just cut a bunch of those 1-inch squares. I have like a ton of them, because after I seen how nice these came together, I'm like, yeah, this will work. And this part, I did use cardstock. It's more stiffer than the copier paper that you use. Okay, I'm not going to use all of them. And then I did cut a bunch of little green leaves to put on the church, or the window. All right, so now it's time to start putting this together. Got a mess here. Okay. All right, so basically I start off by putting the bird on with the nest, because do I need to zoom out? Hang on. Am I too off frame? Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so since I have the double-sided tape, I can peel that off, but I'm still going to glue it because it needs I got some paper stuck on there. So you just need to tab it down with a little bit of glue. Not much. Just roll that there. And I like the bird in the corner, but I'm like he made a nest right at that window because he likes to hear everybody sing in church. These are little stories I tell myself. And the bird, spread out the glue. And then while I'm deciding, I'm putting the bird this way or this way. It's whatever I'm at, like have him looking up. And it does stick to this luminary paper. And I think it's turning out nice with, but like I told you, that cellophane paper also works. The iridescent, that right now, somebody had said that it's at the Dollar Tree on a roll to do bags. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to maybe put 1 or 2 leaves to add into here also. Okay. heavy with the glue. See, there's a wrong side and a right side of the leaves. And what's really cool about this die set too is it has so much detail for as little as it is. Like, it cuts out the veining of the leaves and everything, that even if you just want to use one color, which I did, I only used this green from the Paper Supply or Paper Studio. It's pearlized green, and I don't know, just I like it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep them there. So what I'm gonna try to do is figure out, I'm not putting all these lilies on. I'm gonna, because it will take too much up. Maybe 3. Yeah, because I like to work in odd numbers. There we go. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm committing to this now. And this art glue really holds. Right here. If I can get it the right way. I think I glued it there, didn't I? Yeah. Now I gotta look. Hang on. Yeah. I'm like, what is going on here? Bring that one down here. I put a lot on here. This way I know that I am getting it attached. Because the flowers really add a lot of dimension. I might bring this one over here. Yeah. Okay. Now to start filling in with leaves. I cut plenty of these too. I thought the dark leaves would pop the lilies out a little more too. And this cuts like 4 leaves at a time, which is nice. Maybe I should go with one more. 2, 4, 6, 7. Nope. Odd numbers. All right. So we'll start here with this one. This one. I don't know if I want to put a sentiment on this one. That's how I was with the other church. I kind of like it clean like that. I don't know. And I leave the cards blank so everybody can write what they want to write in here. So actually this could not only be for Easter, but this could be for maybe someone's birthday, or maybe, somebody passed away as a sympathy card, or that's why I figured I'd keep it clean and, go from there. I really like the church window. It caught my eye. The film paper, I was like, wow, that's cool. I never seen anything like this. That's why I got that. I was like, then when I saw I could do the other paper, I was like, yeah, I like this. I really like this. Now, as you can see, that's the card. And looks like the morning sun's hitting in the window. The recipient opens it up and they can see the inside of the card. And what's cool about tent cards, you can stand them up and they can display them. They put a candle up behind there that would illuminate the back too. I thought that was a cool idea too. Like one of them little tea light battery ones to put in there. So, yeah. But I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing to the channel. And I really appreciate everybody's nice comments and feedbacks. And Marcina, please do not be upset if I messed up your name. But this is how it was, how I did it. And I hope you try it since you're getting the dies and this. And it's really easy. So I wanted to show you it was really easy. Thank you again, everyone, and have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye-bye.